Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the needs for postpartum and nutrition. I think our stigma around postpartum is when you have your baby, you kind of need to bounce back and get into your pre-pregnancy clothes and lose the baby weight, so to speak. So with that comes usually a lack in nutrition, which follows a lack of healing within the body and a lack in milk supply if you are breastfeeding. So it's really important to keep your nutrition on point and to make sure that you're eating a lot of really healthy foods and a good variety of foods to kind of give you a good um, overall healing within your body, and you're not just leaning over to like, I'm eating all fats and not enough protein, or I'm doing all carbs and no fats and protein. It's good to have that well-balanced diet. So there's three kind of categories that you're going to want to eat from. Really, I always think for carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and then also I always include hydration in there because it's really important that you're keeping hydrated during your postpartum period, and especially if you're breastfeeding, that your hydration is being kept up and you're adding in some electrolytes so your body doesn't get depleted. There's a lot of fluid going out of you through your breast milk, so it's important that you're replenishing that, and that will also support your milk supply. So for carbohydrates, I think that's one of the biggest things that people really want to steer away from. I'm going to cut out the breads and the pastas, and although that can be great to do to limit the more processed foods, it's important that you're eating carbohydrates. So carbohydrates turn into sugar, which is actually a lot of what your breast milk is made out of. Carbohydrates are also what function within your brain. So a lot of that brain fog can happen because of a lack of nutrition. So it's important that you're eating those carbohydrates. A good variety of carbohydrates can be, sweet potatoes, quinoa, sprouts. What else do I have on my list? Beans, oats, high fiber foods to help with your digestion and make sure that you're not getting constipated. So you don't necessarily have to go for the loaf of bread or the box of cereal, but healthy carbohydrates will really support your body. You also want to be eating fats. Fats are also found in your breast milk. So healthy fats are like avocados, olive oil, nut butters, nuts, um, pumpkin and chia seeds are all really great forms of healthy fats. Dairy products have good fats in them for you. So those would be some really great options. And then the last category would be protein. Protein or anything like dairy products, eggs, nuts, nut butter, meats. So chicken, turkey, steak, things like turkey burgers and chicken salad and egg salad are all really great things, kind of things that you can prep beforehand. One of the things that I really, really like to tell all of our postpartum families is to ask families to set up a meal train for you and be specific with the foods that you want to be receiving. You want to be gracious because people are offering to cook you food, but saying things like, I can't eat pasta, or I can't eat, takeout, can help people kind of steer in a direction of more healthy options that will help to heal your body and not just fill your belly. I always like to, I know meal prep postpartum can be really hard, obviously, because you're just exhausted and you don't have time to meal prep, which is why a meal train would be great. But one of the things to do is preparing like freezer meals beforehand that can just go in Ziploc baggies and then kind of defrost it and put into a crock pot or heat it up in the oven. I always really liked things that were quick for me to grab postpartum were always chicken salad. I could make a chicken salad or have someone make a chicken salad for you and pop it in the fridge. It will last for 3 to 4 days. So that's really great to put on a piece of lettuce or put on a piece of toast, and it gives you a good, like, well-balanced diet. You have the proteins, you have the fats, and you have the carb. So that's one. Egg salad is another really great one. Smoothies are awesome because you can throw in lots of dark leafy greens, which can help with your iron supply after birth, getting your hemoglobins back up if you've had a significant blood loss. So Smoothies are really great options and really quick. Also, yogurt with granola and honey. I feel like they're really great snacks. You have a lot of the fats. A lot of granolas have quinoa in them now, so it's more filling. Um, and some other options. Yeah, so that's just what I wanted to say about overall nutrition. And then some other thoughts I have about making sure that you're able to find these foods, because I know not all of these foods are readily available to everyone. Reaching out to a church community and asking for support. Churches love to do meal trains for you, so that's always a really good option. I know here in Connecticut we have a program called WIC that will help any pregnant or postpartum mom and children up to age 5 that can help you get the resources you need for healthy foods to nourish you and your baby. So that's all really, really important. Local food pantries can be great. There's tons of support groups. Going into a library and asking if there's any mom support groups are all great ways to kind of get you connected and be able to find the support that you need within your community for nutrition. So, and then the last thing I just wanted to touch on is hydration, which I touched on a little bit earlier, but you really want to make sure that you're drinking at least 100 ounces of water a day, maybe closer to that 125 ounces a day. And then adding in some electrolytes in there, maybe 30 ounces of electrolytes to help balance your body out and make sure that all of that hydration isn't just going through you and flushing right out, but it's actually getting absorbed into your body so your body can use it. So I hope this was helpful for recovery during the postpartum period.